We're going to create an animation by having a symbol follow a guide path. So we're going to go create a new HTML5 canvas. First thing we want to do is to create our symbol. So we're going to go get the Polystar tool. Over here in the Properties panel, I'm going to have a black stroke and a blue fill. I'll go down here to the options. I'm going to make sure that it is set at a star and not a polygon. Give it the number of sides you like. I'm going to take 12 and say OK. Draw your star. Now I need to make it a symbol. So I'm going to go get my subselection tool, double click so that it selects not only the line color but the fill, and I'm going to modify, convert to symbol. I'm going to name the symbol a star and make sure that it is a graphic symbol and say OK. You'll know that it's a symbol if you go to your library and there's the star symbol. Now I'm going to go and start using my timeline. So on layer 1, I'm going to go to frame 40, 50, however you'd like, and I'm going to right click on it and insert a keyframe. I don't want it to be blank because then the star will disappear. I just want a keyframe that says something new is going to happen there. I'm going to go back, and it says to go to frame 1, but you really need to go farther back to this blue dot and right click on it in order to get the option to add a classic motion guide to this layer. With the guide layer selected, I'm going to put down my path. So I'll go get my pencil tool and I'm going to draw a path. And pencil mode is best used on smooth. So now I'm going to make a path for my star to follow. And so I'm just going to draw a nice path for my star to follow. The guide layer shows you where it's going to follow, right? Now I'm going to go back and talk to layer 1. And on frame 1, with my selector tool, in frame 1, I'm going to grab the symbol because it has the dot in it, and it will snap to the end of my guide line. This is where I'm going to start. I want it to start here. The next keyframe here, select it because that's where I want it to stop. So I select the keyframe, the one with the dot in it. Again with my selector tool, I grab the star and it will snap to the end of the line. Now we need it to draw everything in between. So we're going to go back to frame 1. Notice how there's the star. At frame 40 with the new keyframe, that's where it's going to end. So I go back to frame 1, I right click, and I tell it to create a classic tween. So it should draw the star along the path instead of us doing it. And you'll notice that's because of the blue line, the blue fill here. So now if I press my play button, it should follow the line like this. Notice that your playhead is now at the end of the time frame that we've given it. If I bring it back, it's called scrubbing, going back and forth. I don't want to see the line, so I want to take my guide layer and make it invisible. That's the little eyeball. So I click on this to make the guide layer invisible, and now there you go. Voila.